According to the American Heart Association, Cardiovascular Diseases in America, 1 of every 3 people has high blood pressure. So, changing lifestyle is the only thing you can do. This is the high time to go a step ahead to know the foods which help lower high blood pressure. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to lower your blood pressure and cleanse your blood vessels with these clinically proven food items. Number 1. Dark chocolate. This bit of info can sound like music to the ears of dark chocolate addicts, because it is the ideal example of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. If you choose the right type of chocolate, you don't need to give up your love for sweet as well. Scientists say the major ingredient in chocolate, cocoa, contains compounds called flavonols. They have found that these compounds have a wide range of beneficial effects on cardiovascular health. Apart from that, cocoa has been linked to help relax arteries and improve blood flow, along with reducing both systolic and diastolic blood pressure. However, this does not precisely mean that you should consume chocolate as much as you can. Rather, you should focus more on the particular ingredient, cocoa, than the chocolate itself. In addition, you can add an unsweetened cocoa powder to your morning oatmeal, coffee, smoothie, or yogurt. You can also make your own hot chocolate with unsweetened cocoa powder and milk. Number 2. Apple. An apple always tops the list as long as physical well-being is concerned. There goes a popular maxim, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. In the time of controlling blood pressure, this may also come out true. An apple contains a type of flavonol called quercetin, which happens to have blood pressure lowering effects. In a clinical trial, hypertensive participants supplemented with 730 milligrams per day of quercetin for 28 days versus placebo. The group supplementing saw an average of 7 millimeters of mercury reduction in systolic pressure and 5 millimeters of mercury reduction in diastolic pressure. Number 3. Healthy fats. Healthy fats always play a part in keeping things in shape. A number of fats contain fatty acids, and some fatty acids, including omega-3 and omega-6, are great for cardiovascular health. Omega-3 has the ability to calm inflammation throughout the body. And, according to a review report of 70 clinical trials, consumption of omega-3s may reduce systolic blood pressure by an average of 1.52 millimeters of mercury and diastolic blood pressure by an average of 0.99 millimeters of mercury. For your information, omega-3 food sources include salmon, sardines, mackerel, flaxseed, and chia seeds. Number 4. Olive oil. Olive oil has a number of proven health benefits and lowers the risk of heart diseases. And extra virgin olive oil is an omega-9 fatty acid, and it contains more than 36 beneficial phenolic compounds. A particular compound known as oleocanthal, which has very powerful natural anti-inflammatory benefits. The most remarkable news is the researchers suggest that olive oil may influence genes that regulate the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, the hormonal blood pressure control engine. According to the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, more than half a tablespoon of olive oil each day had a 15% lower risk of having any kind of cardiovascular disease and a 21% lower risk of coronary heart disease. It was found in a recent study that olive oil consumption of 25 milliliters per day, equivalent to about 2 tablespoons, can lower systolic blood pressure by an average of 4.2 millimeters of mercury and diastolic pressure by an average of 2.1 millimeters of mercury. Don't forget to buy quality olive oil from your nearest super shop. Extra virgin olive oil with poor quality won't add that much value, to be honest. Number 5. Flaxseed. Flaxseed is another remarkable item that contains a variety of substances that may be beneficial to blood. It can be eaten as a whole seed, as a ground flaxseed meal, which you can put in baked goods or add to cereals. Or it can be taken as a flaxseed oil supplement. In a review of 14 clinical trials, it is found that the average blood pressure reduction from consuming flaxseed was 1.77 millimeters of mercury systolic and 1.58 millimeters of mercury diastolic. For your information, when you consume whole flax seeds daily for more than 12 weeks, diastolic blood pressure may reduce even further, up to 1.93 millimeters of mercury. Number 6. Beetroot Juice. Beetroot juice has phytochemicals that have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. Those phytochemicals are compounds called nitrates, and the nitrates found in beets are a source of nitric oxide. It is true that when your blood vessels are dilated, the blood is flowing with greater ease and your blood pressure naturally lowers. As a result, blood pressure levels get decreased. It was found in a study that just 6 hours after consuming beetroot juice, systolic blood pressure was 4 to 5 millimeters of mercury lower. Number 7. Sweet potatoes and leafy greens. Potassium in sweet potatoes and leafy greens is specifically effective to control high blood pressure. Researchers analyzed 17,000 data and observed that people who had lower blood pressure had a higher potassium input. Afterwards, a number of clinical trials have demonstrated that increasing potassium input decreases blood pressure. It is said even a small increase of just 250 milligrams per day in potassium may reduce blood pressure by 2 to 3 millimeters of mercury. People who already have high blood pressure, the results may be as much as 7.2 millimeters of mercury systolic and 2.8 millimeters of mercury diastolic. Let's look at the potential number of potassium-enriched foods. Beet greens, 1,039 milligrams of potassium per 1 cup. Swiss chard, 961 milligrams per 1 cup. Spinach, 839 milligrams per 1 cup. Sweet potato, 839 milligrams per 1 potato. Let me ask you one thing. Did you notice something interesting about all these foods that lower blood pressure? Yes, they are all natural and household foods. So to beat blood pressure, you can depend on the right kind of natural foods in your household. By the way, discuss with your nearest doctor to know that your body is eligible or not to eat these household foods. Don't forget to check your pressure level weekly and take food according to the result.
So, that's all for now. You have to take ownership of your heart health. It will save you at the end of the day.